Are you ready for your first turn today?
Yes, sir. I've waited and waited. Now we're going to go whether she goes hard or not. We're going to have fun.
All right, here we go.
Well, hello everyone. It is Friday, and I have had a long day, but I'll get to that in a minute. Here at Never Done Projects, we're just a silly little YouTube channel. We got 106 days to Fun Run Cruisers Tell the Drag and Run, 15 days to Fun Run Cruisers Drive-In. Metal Art Customs putting both of them on. The cruise in is in Sydney, Ohio at Fairgrounds. If you want any information on it, everybody's welcome. Metal Art Custom has it on his website. I really need to put it on our channel, but anyway, we'll see. Today is Friday, 5/30/25, last day of the month. I said that wrong. I got one more day. I think there's 31 days, and yeah, sorry. I want to do my live. I got to make the video, get in Daryl's premiere, and fix Justin's tire. He had a flat on the XB. I told him to bring it up here, and we would try to figure it out. But that's what we got going on. I'm running behind because I've been working all day on these dang flood runs and washouts and cutting big trees. So remember, you got 1,440 minutes in every day. The goal is to be happy. That's what the goal every day is, to be happy. So put your best foot forward. Stay around positivity. Keep positivity close to you, and positive thoughts. Stay away from that negative thoughts and negative people. It's not doing you any good. Like I said, do the best you can. Keep your best foot forward. Make yourself happy, because nobody else is going to. There's plenty of people out there that take any of your 1,440 minutes away from you. I can promise you that. They'll work their ass off to take them away from you. So do the best you can. Put your best foot forward, like I said, and be happy. Don't worry about it. Just be happy. Make yourself happy. If you're not on your projects, get out there and get on them. And pick one. I don't care if it's underwater basket weaving. Get one, get started. A 1,000-mile journey starts with the first step. So I do appreciate all of y'all watching and listening to my rants when I go on them. I want y'all to enjoy yourself and have a good day, good night, or whenever you're watching this. Remember, keep it simple. Thank you. Got y'all a battery, got me a water. Don't know if either one helps, but here we go.
everybody, it's Sunday. Don't ask me the official date, because I just don't know. But it is Sunday. I'm on my way back to Atlanta. Dad gave me really honestly a pretty good idea. Oh God, dang, they need a sign there. That was a hellacious bump. But Dad kind of gave me an idea. He says, I stopped and got fuel on the way, like as soon as I left the house. He said, what you should have done is you should have done a video. Hey, I'm leaving the fuel station. I'm on my way. Well, that was 95 miles ago. So, my bad. But hey, we are officially on our way back to Atlanta. Dad also gave me some ideas of what I could do for videos while I am down here in Atlanta. That being said, it's not going to be wonderful heart-pounding content like you're used to. No, it's going to be a little different. I got 2 more weeks of Atlanta. Of course, I'm Monday through Friday during the day, but I get out of class around 3ish, and I get up at 5. So I mean, it would be nothing for me to get up and say, well, good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, day 11. But I think we're pretty well done with just staring at a PowerPoint. They called it death by PowerPoint. I now understand why. With that being said, I think we're pretty well done with that for this section of the class. I'll pretty much be on the simulator the rest of the 2 weeks, well, the rest of this week, and next week's the final week, and well, we got finals. We got a graded simulator run. I mean, I've already done my signal test, but there's stuff that has to be done next week. And to be quite frank, it requires really good scores for. I have 2 finals, both of which require a minimum of a 90 to pass. I can do it. I think my average is, well, not think, I mean, I made an 88, 198, 296s, and the rest are hundreds. I know I'm in the high 90s for my average. So I know I can pass it. It's just the rules part, the rules have changed 4 years ago to now. And some of the rules are for the better. Some of the rules are kind of, I don't know if I like that rule. I kind of like the old rule better, but it's not up to me. It's just like whenever if you get pulled over by a cop, it's not up for you to debate with the cop on the side of the road. There's court for that. I don't need to debate these rules. Somebody sitting behind a desk that's never worked a day in their life on the railroad, outside of in the office, makes these rules. So I don't need to debate them. It's not my decision whether to follow them. Well, it is my decision to follow them or not. But it's not my decision to say this rule is stupid, I'm not following it. No. The best way to get a rule changed is by following it and complying. Now, with that being said, some of these rules, I feel like people might get hurt. So I will not be following that rule. I will be going at a lower speed than that rule says I can go. Again, it's my decision to make. But we are, let's see, what exit are we coming up on? For Dixon School Road. We're 5 miles from South Carolina. I'm going to turn y'all off for a second. And when we get into South Carolina, we'll catch back up with each other. And if I get too bored of the voices in my head, I'll come talk to y'all. Y'all can be the voice in my head. But hey, remember, everybody, you got 1,440 minutes. And in that 1,440 minutes, you have a lot of choices and decisions to make. Every decision and every choice is yours to make. There are things that could encourage your decisions or sway your opinion. But no matter what happens, it's your decision to make. And all we can do in our life is just hope that the decision we make is the right decision. That being said, thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. Catch up with you soon. And most importantly, keep it silly. Except for you, Jonathan. I'm looking at you. You keep it silly, but might want to lay off the coffee. Thank y'all.
I'm sure that's not enough, but we're gonna try it. I figured I'd have to cut it some more. Old tractor, I tell you what, you can't beat that little thing. I ain't gonna lie to you though, it surely is showing my age. I get winded quick. Very quick. Ah. Let's see what kind of pep she's got right here when I hook this thing to it. Because not only it's got to pull it, it's got to break it and get it away from that stump. So I don't know, but we're going to try the little old tractor out. Nope. I think I get it if I get this piece cut off. Probably catch my saw, but I'll say it again. My little old tractor, I tell you what, a lot of people made fun of this little thing, but it's done about everything I've ever asked it to do. And bought it new in '99. And I'm just gonna tell you guys, yes, the skid steer will be a lot easier, a lot faster, but this thing right here will get it done, I'll tell you.
hoping to get it whenever I come into South Carolina. But Dad's at the shop. He's manning the shop. And about the time I can see the welcome to South Carolina sign, and I was turning my phone on so I could record, he calls me, which is fine. I'm not mad at him. He's having trouble finding the NASCAR race today. And it starts at 8 p.m. But the guy who used to work at the shop, Hurley, he's there and says that they start qualifying at 2. Well, he can't find a qualifying. So it's on FS1. That's all I can tell you, FS1. I looked it up, yep, FS1. So, you click on FS1 and they ain't qualifying, I guess they ain't going to show you the qualifying. So he's trying to find it, he's looking for it. But we are officially 6 miles into South Carolina. Left lane closed, merge right. Well, I'm glad I'm in the middle. That probably is going to mean that I'm going to hit some traffic up here. So with that being said, everybody, I don't think I need to be talking to a camera if I'm going through traffic because stupidity is afoot. And like I said, I'm in South Carolina, so that's definitely fun. Alright everybody, I will talk to you again maybe before I get to Georgia. I don't know, we'll see. I'm 100 miles from Georgia, but thank y'all.
I got lucky and pulled it all in one go, but me and Lucky just don't seem to see eye to eye. About ready to call it a day, but I would like to get to where I cut that tree down. Well, I believe I cut it down now. I'm sure this won't work, but what I'm going to attempt to do, I'd like to get this mess right here beside of me down the hill before I call it a day. But I'm going to hook here, and I'm hoping when I start pulling, it'll pull it around. I can loop around all that mess, and I'm hoping it grabs and pulls it down. But I'm sure it's going to hit something, do something wrong, but that's what I'm going to try to do. If it works, I can say I tried to do it, and y'all my witness. If it don't, oh well. I tried. I knew it was gonna do it, but thought for sure I would try. Thing's about to wear me out. I just want y'all to know that. That put a halt to it, didn't it? See if I can pull around that stump so I can get out.
just saw a sign here for QT, like you are a QT, Madison. Fuel, $2.85 a gallon. So I want y'all to let that sink in for a second. Most places are still in the high threes. I gave $3.45 a gallon this morning. I mean, I would have never made it down here. I've been 189 miles. But it's kind of crazy to think that fuel all the way down here in South Carolina is under $3 a gallon. I mean, hey, that's awesome. I mean, I'm not far from Anderson, South Carolina. I got 115 miles to go, 1 hour and 42 minutes. I can't do much more recording. Last recording, it popped up that my phone is out of storage again, so I got to clear up space. So with that being said, I will talk to y'all again when we get to Georgia, and then when we get to the hotel. Not as much recording as I wanted to do, but it's better than nothing. Thank y'all. And remember, like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend. Keep it silly. Have a good day.
All right, let's try this again. I tried it a minute ago, but the battery was dead. I got this old table. I was just gonna try to use it as a drag. I did go around a couple times. It'd been all right, it's just too light. And I throwed a couple little things on there just to try it out. It's probably not gonna work, but hey, I'm gonna ride around in circles. Let's see what it'll do. Might back up and tighten that chain a little bit.
across the bridge right meow, and on the other side of the bridge is Georgia. Let's see.
Hello everyone. It's Friday night. Well, it's actually Saturday morning. But anyway, Here at Never Done Projects, we just a silly little YouTube channel. Got 106 days of fun run cruisers tailing to drag and run, 15 days of fun run cruisers drive in. Metal Arc Customs putting both of them on. The cruise ends in Sydney, Ohio at the fairgrounds. It's 5:30:25 Friday night. I did a live. It was a short one because I was running late and everything. And I did make a video. I was in the premiere and I fixed Justin's tire. And hold on just a minute.
All right, sorry about that. Justin was having a little trouble with the car. But I think where I was at is I did fix Justin's tire, and so I kind of got what I had planned done. Nothing. Anyway, here you got 1,440 minutes and every day. The goal was to be happy. Keep you positive attitude and hang around positivity, do the best you can. That's the whole goal and everything. This debriefing's probably not gonna make no sense, so I let it stop. But that's fine. Y'all understand where I'm going with all this. Make yourself happy. You know, y'all on your projects, go out there and get on and put your best foot forward. And remember, keep it silly. And thank y'all for watching. And y'all have a good day, good night, whenever you're watching this. Thank you.